Hey guys, Tomboy601. Battlefield 6 open beta is this week. Today, we're talking through everything you need to know about the open beta before you dive on in, including how to get access, the rewards, what kind of game modes you are going to be able to play, all that and more. So if you like Battlefield 6 videos, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and let's go ahead and dive on in. Now, we've known a couple of details about the open beta since the reveal event. In fact, during the reveal event, we found out a couple of things. First off, there's going to be three sort of chunks of beta. The first one is an early access, or more of a closed beta, and then there will be two open beta weekends. The first, the early access, starts August 7th and ends August 8th, so 2 days there. And then this weekend, August 9th and 10th, is the open beta. Then the weekend after, August 14th through the 17th, will also be an open beta weekend. Now, if you want to get early access, there's a couple of ways to do it. But only one way that you can really do now. The rest of the ways kind of you had to have been on the boat. The first one, if you applied for Battlefield Labs, i.e. the closed testing environment for Battlefield 6, then you got access. Also, if you were just in Battlefield Labs, you also have access. The second way is if you watched the reveal event and happened to pick up one of the Twitch drops from one of the creators to get access. Hey, congratulations, you have access. The final way is if you have the EA Pro subscription, i.e. the one cost play any EA game monthly subscription that they offer. Of course, this is the way they are going to work on to try to convert people to try to make a little bit of money off of this beta. But let's say you don't want to give EA any money. What are your options then? Well, then you head over for the open weekends, of course, August 9th and 10th. August 14th through 17th. Now, the beta will be available on tons of different platforms: PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, along with Steam, the Epic Game Store, and the EA app. One huge call out that has been reported all over the place is if you purchase the game on Steam, which is probably what I'm going to do, well, then you don't have to sign into the EA app, which is incredibly nice. The only issue I think then will be being able to basically get into the early access part of the beta. So just a warning there. Also, if you are one of those PC peeps out there, they have revealed the requirements for the game. The minimum specs are going to be NVIDIA RTX 2060 or a Radeon 5600 or an ARC A380. Along with a Intel Core i5-8400 or an AMD Ryzen 5 2600. The recommended specs for this game are a 3060 Ti, a 6700 XT, or an Intel Arc B580, along with an i7 10700 or a Ryzen 7 3700X, along with a 75 gigabyte install size. So not too crazy overall, but some of you may need to keep an eye on that. So that's the open beta there. Now let's go ahead and talk about the details. What's going to be available during this open beta weekend? Well, for weekend one, there is going to be 3 maps available. That's going to be Iberian Offensive, Liberation Peak, and Siege of Cairo. And as for modes available, there are going to be several. They're going to have Conquest, Closed Weapon Conquest, Breakthrough, Closed Weapon Breakthrough, Domination, and King of the Hill. Now you may be asking, what is Closed Weapon? Well, basically this is them testing the popularity of either the everyone can use every single weapon and the class perks that have been assigned to each of the classes is strong enough to make you preference towards the class's preferred weapon, or bringing it back to a point where specific weapons are locked down to specific classes. So, you know, we will see. I, for one, do plan on being in the closed weapon section just because that's kind of how I feel like this should be run. because that's kind of how I feel like Battlefield should be played. But hey, who knows? Maybe I will be totally wrong, and it will be way more popular the other way. As part of this open beta, they are also giving rewards for play. I'll go ahead and throw up the Weekend 1 rewards right now. One thing to note is you don't just automatically get these items for playing the beta. You actually have to complete challenges. So let's go ahead and go over those challenges. So if you reach level 10 in the beta, you'll get the Lights Out player card. If you reach level 15, you'll get the Rising Star character skin. And if you reach level 20, you'll get the Night Terror weapon charm. Then there are a couple other challenges. As an assault, get 50 close quarters kills, and that will reward the striking distance weapon package. As a support, revive 100 teammates, and you'll own the Night weapon sticker. For the engineers, if you repair 3,000 health vehicles, you get the After Dark weapon sticker. And then finally, as a recon, if you spot 300 enemies, you'll get the Seeker character skin. So that's all Weekend 1. Let's talk about Weekend 2. So with Weekend 2, all of the old modes and maps will still be available, but they will also be adding in Empire State, that's the Brooklyn map, and then adding Rush, Squad Deathmatch, and a couple of other modes as well. And they will be adding additional challenges. So for Weekend 2, the additional challenges are going to be to capture 42 flags in Conquest, Domination, or King of the Hill. That will reward the War Machine vehicle skin. The next challenge will be to get 200 kills or assists. That will reward the Bat Company dog tag. And then finally, the next challenge will be to capture 10 sectors in Breakthrough or Rush, and that will reward the Dominion weapon package. So that is everything I think you need to know for this open beta that is coming up. I, for one, am incredibly excited about this beta. I'm very much looking forward to the game, but let me know what you think down in the comments below. As always, if you like videos like this, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. See ya.